I've just come out of the Park Royal Centre for Mental Health after speaking with Tom Dwan.
Tom Dwan went on to claim that his rib was broken, possibly puncturing his lung, and that he had a broken hand for over a week. How can something like this happen in the UK? On April 29th, a series of cryptic tweets by Tom Dwan from a London hospital shocked the poker world. What happened to Tom Dwan? The specific circumstances surrounding Dwan's temporary stay at Park Royal Centre in London remain unclear. However, it is known that since his admission, Tom has been sending messages requesting help and claiming he is being held against his will. It all started when Tom Dwan began discussing the UK and US governments on social media, mentioning or tagging figures like the US President and Vice President, as well as the UK Prime Minister and Home Secretary. Dwan's tweet left many people confused as the messages were disjointed and difficult to make sense of. What's that he referring to? Can we get a welfare check on Tom? Things took a turn when Tom tweeted out the name Central Middlesex Hospital, adding to the confusion and concern surrounding his situation. Please pressure the maximum amount possible to save my life. Under no circumstances should I be drugged or sedated. This was agreed at high level US and UK. While it's impossible to piece together what happened, he has made it clear that he has never considered self-harm. He hinted at an incident on a plane during which he was restrained, and he claimed to have sustained injuries at the hands of the London police and said that he was likely being treated by doctors who are not real. Tom Dwan alleged that someone pretending to be a flight attendant had plugged in his phone during his flight, erased his browser history and other data, suggesting to him that this plan was obviously in motion for a while. According to Tom, the intention behind the scheme was to fabricate a situation that could be used to justify false charges against him. Dwan also repeatedly mentioned US Operational Command and claimed that he was being targeted by what he described as an admittedly shitty intelligence agency, though he did not provide further details or clarification. Tom Dwan went on to claim that his rib was broken, possibly puncturing his lung, and that he had a broken hand for over a week, yet received no medical attention for any of these injuries. So far, there is no concrete evidence that anything physically harmful happened to Tom Dwan. However, it is possible that he has been detained, commonly referring to as being sectioned under the UK's 1983 Mental Health Act. Under this law, a person can be sectioned if they are considered a risk to their own health or safety or to the safety of others. An assessment is typically conducted by 3 health professionals, and if you are deemed to require being sectioned, you can be held in the hospital, prevented from leaving the ward, and receive treatment for mental health issues, potentially without your consent. People were in disbelief, questioning that how can something like this happen in the UK? Some speculated that Dwan's account might have been hacked, as these posts seemed incoherent, while others suspected it could be part of an elaborate marketing stunt. Many poker pros stepped in to support Tom Dwan, offering words of encouragement and trying to comfort him during what appeared to be a deeply troubling time. Meanwhile, Tom's tweet grew increasingly alarming and desperate. Please help save my life, sir. They just tried to force drugs on me, even though the doctors had said I don't need repeatedly. I am so scared they're trying to either end me or most of my brain. I am a huge threat to them now. Can the Poker News reporter who just left and was promising he was coming up to his classified area bring a bottle of non-drugged water, please? Can we have some NHS supervisor unaffiliated as my bodyguard so they can't end me or wreck my brain and my heart can relax? Need some friends, please. Tom Dwan's claims that intelligence agencies, medical personnel, and flight attendants were conspiring against him, along with allegations of being drugged and having his phone tampered with, are indicative of persecutory delusions, which are commonly associated with acute psychosis or manic episodes featuring psychotic symptoms. Will Shilabayar, a UK-based reporter for Poker News, managed to visit Tom Dwan at Park Royal Hospital, where he spoke with him for approximately 15 to 20 minutes.
I've just come out of the Park Royal Centre for Mental Health after speaking with Tom Dwan. He's clearly under the supervision of the NHS here in Middlesex, just outside of London. I spoke with him for about 15 to 20 minutes. He spoke to me at length about what he believes he's gone through. I can assure you that he is looking well. He appeared physically unharmed. And as I said, probably in exactly the right place to continue to get better.
Thankfully, Tom Dwan later on Wednesday tweeted that he was finally feeling a bit better. Under UK medical guidelines, individuals admitted to a mental health ward can typically undergo a 72-hour assessment period before any decisions are made regarding treatment or discharge. Let us know your thoughts in the comments.